Happy day, everybody. Hope everybody's doing well. Doing well over here. We're slow, um, but it's all right. So anyway, I want to bring in a couple products here to talk to you about. Got this here, pretty. Well, when I first got it, actually, I thought it was like a pre-shave oil. Then I looked when in my order. I'm like, oh yeah, that's actually a beard balm, which I did need for the shop anyway. I'm going to be using. This is from the company 11. The scent is Barbershop. Now 11 used to be a different company, Sapone de whatever, I don't know. It's some Italian sounding name or Italian name. And the reason for the change, reading the website description, was people just weren't using the name. It kind of didn't make any sense. And 11 has to do with one of the locks he played on as a kid, which is kind of cool, number 11 lock. So I'm going to be using that to shave with today. But the reason for the video is these guys right here. These are Henson Razors, Henson. They are made out of, I want to say machine, like aircraft aluminum or something like that. Here's a mess, oh well. And they are, you can look on their website, but the tolerances for the blade gap is like 0.02 of an inch or something like that. Now pay special attention to the blade right here, how it goes down. One of these is a mild and one is a medium. I honestly don't know which is which. I think this is the medium. I really can't remember, and I'm kind of glad about that because I kind of want to go into this blind and just let, if there's any difference, I notice which one is it. You know what I mean? All right, this here is the blade guy. I feel like it might show up a little bit more with the purple one, but I want to compare, because that, study more the angle of that blade, if you will. Now if you're experienced with double-edged razors, this will make a great amount of sense, and it's really cool to see this comparison. So this is a fully gapped blade. This is a Gillette Fat Boy vintage model adjustable razor. Now the blade gap between the safety bar here and the blade itself, you see, is quite large. You see the blade right in here, okay? So if you study that, now I'm going to close this down to a 1 and show you how much closer it gets. So it's a definitely significant difference. See how much closer to the bar that blade got. But now what's neat is to look at the comparison of the angles. See if I can get that in focus for you. Oh, get down here, we can see you. Where'd the blade go? There it is. All right, so really kind of cool. Like this Henson folds that thing down so much more. So where your blade is more angled, instead of being out like this, it's more like this. All right, now I don't know the degree of which it is. I'm sure it's on their website, I just can't remember. So anyway, let's lather up and do a shave. I'm going to pause the video for a moment. All right, now I don't have a ton of growth on here, but it's still enough to kind of tell what we're going to do. I don't really have my face prepped the way I would prefer. Like I like to take a shower first and stuff like that, but we don't have a shower here at the shop. The scent on this Barbershop is pretty nice, man. I don't know what to tell you it smells like. The lather's good. This is a synthetic brush, which is probably one of my favorite brushes. Not this particular brush. Nothing's wrong with this particular brush. I like synthetic knots. That's what I'm trying to say. It went right where I wanted it to. All right, I'm gonna wet these down. Now, Henson has a blade they recommend. It's called RK. And on the package it says designed for the Henson Razor. I don't know the difference. I don't know if there is one other than the regular RK that you can find like on eBay and stuff. I don't really know. All right, so let's get to shaving. wet both these up, just kind of heat the blade. That's what I was saying. The blades I'm using today are a Derby premium blade, just because I'm used to that blade. I kind of know what to expect. So I wanted to kind of level out all the variables and everything. Oh, that's nice. Very smooth. Very smooth. That's crazy. Wow. Okay, this is the rough part for me back here always. You know, I could really tell you where that would cut down on some irritation, because comparing that to a regular razor, where I mean, like the Gillette, and on their website it talks about, you know, having that larger gap, or the larger angle, not the gap, but the larger angle allows for blade exposure. Now, my coworker and I were looking at these, and he was like, well, I wonder if you'd have to rinse this one more often, because there's like nowhere for the stuff to go. So the answer is no, not really. I mean, it seemed to kind of go right off there. Let's try this one. I don't really know. I in my mind, I feel like this is a little more aggressive, but ever so slightly. And honestly, I kind of like this one better. You know, first impressions. Will the shave with this one last longer? I don't know. I'm not right on top of a sink, so it's a little more difficult for me. That's why you keep seeing me disappear off camera for a minute. Alright, let's go back to the other one. Really lightweight, but not too light to where it feels like a toy. I've had some of those before. It's like, huh. You know, I'm going to say I think the mild takes the winner for me. I can't think of a reason I would need to have, you know, it's like, all right, so if I got a little bit closer shave with the medium, I would just do another pass with the mild to avoid getting any irritation. Now it's kind of dry right here, so, but and normally I would feel some inflammation, or, you know, I'd kind of feel it a little bit, but I'm not really feeling anything that's going to say, hey, that might flame up later. I'm going to do a second pass with a gel, just because I like using a gel, especially like on the second pass, because you can really, you know, see what you may have missed, that sort of thing. Not as much noise with this razor as others. Alright, there's a little bit of whiskers right here. I'm probably going to hate myself for doing this because it's so, it's a really sensitive part for me. But, alright, that pulls like crazy. And I'm on number 1, mildest setting. That hurts. Alright, let's see. This might hurt too. Not a bit. That is absolutely insane. This right here, going against the grain like I'm doing, always hurts and pulls. Wow. Who would have thought? Like, that you could build a better mousetrap. And I'm keep going over this place. Usually I feel a little bit of heat, a little bit of discomfort by this point, but I'm not. Video looks like it's getting glitzy. All right, let's go back to the purple one. Just to see, I'm rinsing off the razor. I'm just gonna kind of wet my face a little bit. Kind of reactivate the gel that's in there. Usually at this point too, you can feel in your face any spots that are, you know, turn red or discomforted. See? You know, I guess the question is, will this get as close as some other things? I don't know, man. It's hard to say. Or will it be enough to make a difference that it would matter? Like this might, a little bit of burn right there. This might take a little bit longer, like maybe, it looks so dark right there on camera. Make sure the blade's clear. I feel like I'm not getting this at the right angle. I'm afraid of hitting the mustache for one. All right, cool. That helped me absolutely none. I don't know. So here's where I am. First shave, first impression. I like it. I mean, it is, honestly, it's different than any razor I've tried. And it's interesting. I tried another razor this week that I absolutely fell in love with. And I'm not a huge double-edged person. With this one here, my other video is the leaf razor. And does this one take the spot of this one? No, it doesn't. They're different. They're different. But will it later, or will one take over the other? I don't know. But for today, we're going to talk about the Henson. This definitely takes the spot of this. Okay, and this is a great razor. If you have one, is there a need to go out and spend the money on this? No, I don't think so. If you do find the need to spend the money on this, Dr. Mike Shaving Emporium, use code Carolina. They're running about $70, lifetime warranty. $70, but with my discount code, you will get a little bit off of that. So, and you can get them in different colors and everything, I do believe. Just, message them, let them know what you're looking for. It's definitely a great razor. I don't have a lot of experience with all the modern double edges out there, such as like Wolfman and all these others I see names. I don't have a lot of experience with those, so mine's more limited to vintage razors, like the Fat Boy and the Slim adjustable and things like that. Anyway, this is the Twig made by the Leaf Company. If you saw it in the video, I was wondering. Here's what I question, and I kind of want to. Part of me says, okay, the shave with the mild so good, go with the mild. But I'm like, is the medium? Because I don't feel. I mean, only thing I've done is rinse. Normally by now I've got to use some mentholated aftershave or something like that, to kind of subside some of the burning and irritation. Is the mild not going to get as close? And is it worth a little bit of, not even irritation, but a little bit of aggressiveness to get a little bit closer shave? I don't know. I don't think it's enough to tell or matter. I don't, is there a need for both? I'm going to have to go back on the website and read the differences, why they made the two. But the hard decision would be which one to order. I honestly, I think I'm going to go with the mild. I think I'll go with the mild. I like it. It's almost fun to shave with it. It's so comfortable. It just glides. Really, really neat. So anyway, that's it. I am going to try them again with their blades, see if there's any difference with that. You know, I will do a video on that as well. Let me let this grow out for another 3 or 4 days and we'll be back. Thanks for watching.